Hi guys, how are you doing? This is your boy Daniel back at it again with a brand new YouTube video. And today, we're going to be doing something different. You might be asking, Daniel, why is it Sunday and you're sitting on your usual gaming chair? Well, today I'm going to be rating stuff that are related to Malta in a tier list. And we're gonna be having two different tier lists. First one is going to be Maltese traditional food, and second one is going to be places to visit and things to do in Malta. So at the same time, this video is great for people who are planning to visit Malta. And so without further ado, let's get going with the video. Or as us Maltese say, tlaqna ġbejna. Here we go, this is the tier list. We're gonna start off with the Maltese traditional food tier list. As usual, you guys know the drill. S tier is going to be the best, D tier is going to be the least, and this is going to be based on my personal preference. First one is going to be quaresimal. The quaresimal is a biscuit type sweet that contains sugar, and it was introduced by the Knights of Malta. They also have a strong taste of almonds, and they're usually drizzled in honey. Based on my first time trying quaresimal, I am going to be putting them in B tier. Next up, we have olives, which is usually served with bread before a meal, and it is an essential in Maltese cuisine. To be honest with you, as a kid, I absolutely love Maltese traditional olives, and these seem to be filled olives. Gonna be below B for sure. I'm not sure if it's a C or a D. I think I'm gonna be rating them C tier for now, just because as a kid I absolutely love olives. Okay, so next up I see Kinny, the Maltese traditional soft drink. It's one of my favorite soft drinks, apart from maybe Coca-Cola, if not my favorite soft drink. If you're coming to Malta, you have to taste Kinny. It's made out of orange. This soft drink is produced only in Malta, and it's that type of drink that people usually say you either love it or you hate it. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite soft drink, and when I'm usually abroad, it's one thing that I'll be missing from Malta. So I'm gonna be rating Kinny S tier for sure, no doubt about that. Next we've got talasel, which if you translate it to English, it literally says honey rings. But one fact about honey rings, or talasel as we Maltese say, is that they don't contain any honey at all. So I absolutely love talasel. I am going to be placing them A tier. Now we've got one in every tier except for D tier. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be placing in D tier. Maltese food is talgen. Next up I can see the Chisk Lager beer, which is the Maltese national or local beer, which is also locally brewed. I'm not usually the type of guy that goes for beer, but it has a very refreshing taste. I love Chisk Lager, and if you're under 18, this is not for you. So I'm gonna be placing Chisk in B tier. I cannot lie, Chisk Lager has an amazing taste. Up next we've got spaghetti with sea urchins, which you can find a lot of sea urchins in Maltese Sea. To be honest with you, I have never tasted spaghetti with sea urchins before. In Maltese we call sea urchins rizzihi. But I don't feel that this is going to be fair because I've never tasted it before. I think this is going to be our first D tier, just because I have never tried it before. I'm pretty sure that I will love it, and I love seafood. One of my favorite plates to order is vongole, and I totally love octopus. I remember as a kid my grandfather had a speedboat, so during summer when we used to go out, we used to find caves. My family used to jump in the sea and go hunt for sea urchins, and they used to eat them on the spot. You just don't want to get spiked by them. Us Maltese, we love our treats, and next up is the mqaret. The outer wrapper is made of fried pastry and it's stuffed with dates. So the big question is where I'm gonna be placing mqaret. Should they go with honey rings? I think they're around the same level. I love them as much as I love honey rings or talasel. They're gonna go with A tier. U issa li jmissu mal-għadam tal-mejtin. What I just said in Maltese literally says next up is bones of the dead. Yes, that's what they are called, these right here, and they are absolutely delicious. I'm gonna have to go with A tier again. Usually these are made in November, around the All Souls Day, or in the same month we've got Halloween, which is known the month where we celebrate the dead. Okay, now we've got the Maltese sausage, which I honestly never tried again, so I'm gonna have to go with D tier. And same thing goes for the next one, which we call the aliotta, which is seafood. This is a fish stew thickened with garlic, tomatoes and rice. I have never tried this before. I don't really like stews or soup or anything related to liquid meals, so I'm gonna be rating the aliotta into D tier. I apologize for all the Maltese people out there that love one of these three that I rated in D tier. And for the next one is going to be ġbejna, which is a type of cheese. I absolutely love ġbejna. Usually it's served with platters before meals. I'm gonna have to go with B. For ġbejna B tier it is. Because next one, for sure, it's gonna have to be in A tier. These are pastizzi. Usually we have 3 types of pastizzi, which are cheese pastizzi, peas pastry, or chicken. And if you're ever in Rabat, close to Mdina, you have to go to Serki. Pastizzi. Amazing. A tier it is for pastizzi. Up next, we've got the famous iconic prignolata, which is usually made during our carnival season, which is right now, last weekend. It is very sugary and it's coated in cream and it's got chocolate and cherries. It's really, really good. I'm gonna put prignolata with A. Hobza bizzejt, or literally if you translate it to English, it says bread with oil. Nanna grandma, opening up the box and giving you some hobs bizzejt. Beach day. So usually, yeah, obviously it has oil and it's also stuffed with tuna, lettuce, tomatoes, and maybe capers. You can never go wrong with a hobza bizzejt. I feel like I'm putting a lot of in A tier, so to balance it out, I'm gonna put hobza bizzejt in B tier. And next up is one of Malta's most famous traditional food, which Daniel does not like eating at all. And this is going to be the rabbit. Dude, I'm expecting to be roasted by Maltese people at this point. I'm gonna have to put fennec in D tier. I have my reasons, okay? As a kid, my grandma used to purchase a whole rabbit. It was dead, of course, and it was skinned out. She had like this big axe and she used to cut down in pieces and cook it, and I used to be like... So yeah, that's one of the main reasons I don't eat rabbit. Next up is cannelloni. I love cannelloni. I'm gonna have to put them A tier for sure. Babouche or snails. As a kid, I used to go with my grandpa. Every time it rains in Malta, after the rain stopped, my grandpa used to grab the keys of the car and tell us, come on, let's go, and we're gonna go hunting for snails. And we used to remove rocks and we'll find them beneath the rocks, and we will have like 2 big bags filled with snails. We go back home, grandma starts cooking snails and they start eating. Again, Daniel did not eat any snails. So I'm gonna have to put them in D tier. These are called the figolli. It's one of my favorite things on earth, and especially with grandma's recipe, they are amazing. So this is going to be my second S tier. Figolli is going with S tier for sure. As a kid, I used to make grandma bake figollis for me. It didn't even have to be Easter. This is what us Maltese people call arrun il forn, which is a macaroni pasta, and the top part is very, very crunchy and it's baked with cheese. So I absolutely love this. I'm gonna have to go with A tier. The one before the last is il hobza tal Malti, which is Maltese bread, the Maltese traditional bread. By itself, it's still super good. By itself, I would put it in B tier. And last but not least is going to be one of my favorites, the bigilla. Usually the bigilla is served with Maltese bread or any types of crackers. I absolutely love bigilla. It's also served before meals with platters and stuff. This is going to be S tier for me. There we go. That's it. This is my Maltese traditional food tier list. What do you guys think? And what would you change? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have never tried these before and you're visiting Malta, there you go. These are the stuff you want to try. That's gonna be it for this video, you guys. I really hope you liked it. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button down below. Also subscribe to motivate me to keep uploading these videos. I'm having a blast. Thank you all for the support. I truly appreciate it. Visit my TikTok or Instagram. Links are below. And thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Peace.